Alrighty, well, welcome everybody. Brad is still driving home, as you could just see, so he'll be with us here for too long. But we're gonna get this show on the road without him. Well, with him, but not with him. And yeah, we'll do that. So last week, you guys had finished up with some air elementals. Turns out Misty's dad came to take her air, her ability to engage with the magical elements that allowed her to fly the ship, or allow the ship to fly, rather. You conversed with the mages from the very beginning of the campaign and made some arrangements to get a couple of trap elemental scrolls and some transportation to the elemental plane of air so you can catch yourself some elementals and use them to power the ship. Miss Holly ran into her old boyfriend Sergeant Mark and got laid, much to Sir Fitz's distaste. And then you guys walked over to Schluberg, about an hour's walk, and
We
made your
rode.
way. What?
We rode. We
Road.
used
That's
the
right.
yeah.
That's right, you rode. Um, to Schluberg, after finding out that it had been under attack by some chimeras in the area, and made your way through this prison lumber camp to Chadrick's Customs, where a number of orders were placed, particularly for the fine tuning of the dragon's bone into weapons. You guys paid for all that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And we're told to come back tomorrow. So we left off, you guys standing outside the shop saying, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. And that's where we left off. So take it away.
What do we do now?
I think the game plan was to go back to the ship, call it a night, because he wasn't going to be able to get that sword ready till morning, along with the other weaponry. And then the wizard said he was going to need some time for the scrolls. So our main objective was to get to the town, find out whether or not he was going to be able to do it, and get it done if he could, which we accomplished. So it's literally just a waiting game so that we have the weaponry we need to kill him. As far as that part goes, um, the other part is getting our ship up in the air again, but there's nothing we can do for that till the scrolls are done. And he needed like a day or so for that. So
Okay.
we are literally waiting on everybody who's making things for us. The only thing I can think to do is wait, or I don't know, maybe see if the town needs some help. I mean,
You want to stop and
that's
pick up some side quests?
not
Yeah, you.
really, not really. But I mean, if there's shit going on here in town that'll kill 24 hours and we do some good, I'm not against it. I mean, I definitely don't want to go on a, week long excursion or anything. I mean, I suppose I could walk around town and, I don't know, use create water, maybe put some of these fires out, since isn't that what the circles were? Were those sections of town were on fire or some shit?
They're
No, that's where the slaves were.
No, that's down in the prison camp.
The slaves are at the prison camp. The circles are
Yeah.
areas that are currently smoking and or smoldering. So
Yeah.
there's not an active fire going on as you speak.
Oh, okay. I mean, we check, see if people need some help or something. I don't know. Or go back to the boat and wait.
No, I
I
think you have a
mean,
good idea. Let's we can stop at the garrison or something, see if there's anything they need help with.
So the garrison is actually another 2 hours. Let me get up the world map here. So the garrison is Erksfeld. That's kind of the garrison for the entire continent. Country,
there's
at least.
guards quarters in town.
Yeah, I was thinking more like our quarters.
There is a small guards quarters, yeah.
Yeah, we could swing in there and see if there's, I mean, go in, explain the situation, hey, look, we're going to be around town for about 24 hours. It looks like you've been going through some hell. Is there something we can help with while we're here? Keep it simple.
Okay.
Sound
So
like a game plan, everybody?
Yep.
Sure. All right. Then, all right, DM, you know the course. We're heading to the guards' quarters, and when we arrive, I'm going to be saying exactly what I just said.
Okay. So
Keep
you
it simple.
guys head over that way, and first guard you can find with a little bit of rank on his sleeve, you walk up and say, "Hey, we're gonna be around for 24 hours. If you need any help," he goes, "I mean, if you could kill a chimera or you want to guard some prisoners, be my guest."
I got nothing against killing chimeras.
I mean, we're gonna kill it.
I've heard they were attacking the town, but I haven't exactly seen any. Is there a pattern to their attacks? I mean, they random? I mean, they fly in, they sneaking in from the east, west, south, all directions? What's the...
They come from everywhere. They usually, usually around dusk, I think.
Okay. Have you guys got a count? I mean, are we talking like a whole army, 2 or 3?
Most I've ever seen at any one time is 3.
Okay. Okay. So we got 3 of them coming in somewhere around dusk. If we can get rid of them, that would help. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, they don't come every day, so I don't know if they're gonna be here.
All right. Well, do we have permission to set up a small campfire in the middle of the town square and just chill for the evening?
I wouldn't recommend any fires in town right now.
Well, I mean,
people are a little edgy.
okay. Well, we'll find something to do. All right. Thanks, man.
Yep.
So,
it is still fairly early in the day. It's not even lunchtime yet.
yeah, let's see.
Because you guys got up, did all that morning stuff last week, and got to town,
Yeah.
I think by 10.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we want to help the town, I would chill out here for a little bit. That's about all we can do. I know there's if memory serves me correctly, there's a tavern around the corner. I mean, with all the shit that's going on, I don't know if they'd be open, but y'all use a drink maybe?
Bueller.
Sure.
You right?
Little French
Okay.
drink.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's go around the corner to the tavern, see if it's still there, and I guess hey.
Yeah, you walk around the corner. There's some scorch marks on the side of the the buildings. It's a complex of buildings, kind of like what's it called? Did you ever watch Black Sails?
No, but
Pirate show. I think it's on HBO.
yeah,
But the
I'm aware of it. I just haven't had a chance
so
to watch it.
so that time era, like the Jack Sparrow time era, the brothels were like an apartment complex surrounding a courtyard, and in the courtyard is where the drinking and the tomfoolery went, and then you go up to the room. That's kind of what this is like.
Okay.
Actually, that's pretty exactly what this is like. This tavern complex is more of a brothel complex. But the big courtyarded area is a bar.
Okay. Well, we'll go to the
Um,
bar and
Yeah, you walk in. There are a number of assumably off-duty guards, perusing and drinking and being merry. There's a small gnome running around with a wait table, a wait tray, taking drink orders and running back to the bar, and then returning the drinks to whoever ordered them.
all right. Well, if he comes around, I guess just order 4 ales, I guess.
Okay. Eventually, she'll make her way over to you. So sorry. It's quite a busy day. My name's Jelena, fine owner of this establishment. What'll be your poison?
4 ales and 4 shots of fire water if you got it.
All right, it's 2 gold each, and runs off.
2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it, guys.
She returns back a moment later with 8 drinks on the tray, sets them down. Goes, all right, 16 gold, please.
2, 4, 6, 8. What? You said 2 gold apiece. That's 8.
Well, you ordered 4 ales and 4 fire waters. 2 gold per drink.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right.
I dropped the remainder on the tables with her.
Hastily gets them all off the tray. I'll be back around eventually. If you need something, call me, or just go up to the bar, order yourself. Either way, perfectly fine. If you're interested in a girl, just go talk to her. They're independent contractors. I just provide them a place to do business. Enjoy your time.
Yep.
And turns and runs off. Glancing around now, you can see a variety of scantily clad female individuals of your standard humanoid races that you would find in this country. So no half-orcs, no dragonborns, but pretty much anything else. And it's a very brothely behavior. Some of them are standing up on the railings, some of them are leaning on guards, some of them are sitting on guards' laps, some of them are dancing to the little tune being played in the background.
Been a while since we stopped and actually took a breath. So
Godric gonna try and get another room named after him, or
no. Too much on my mind about thinking about that dragon and thinking about everything that's been going on. This is not enjoyment time. This is just catch your breath time, if that makes sense.
Fitz, Holly, Fennon. I don't think I've heard anything from the three of you.
I'm just drinking.
Reminiscing about
Yeah.
last night.
I mean, I suppose I can open a little dialogue. Miss Holly.
Yes.
Hey, so I know Mark is the one who brought you to me to travel with. I thought he was some form of guard. Is he more than that?
Not that I know of.
I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't he be more to you than just a guard if you spent the time you did together?
I mean, he's always there, and he always protected me when certain situations came along. But he's a guard, for what I know, unless he's not telling me something. I haven't seen him in a long time, so I
So
don't know if
he's
he's
not.
doing something else and he doesn't want to tell me. You know?
When I say something else, hon, I mean like, is he your boyfriend, fiance, husband? Like,
It's not like
you'd know
not
if he was one of those
necessarily.
things.
He's not officially. It's not like we're married.
Okay, see, this is why I'm asking.
Wait, did I just hear that right? You guys are married?
No, they're not.
It's not like we are married. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess he's not with anybody, I'm not with anybody, so as long as we're not with anybody, every time that we meet, we're still together. I don't know what to call that, but
Oh, okay.
if one of us is with somebody else, then we will stop doing what we do when we see each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey,
It's
you know
kind of
what?
difficult to have an actual relationship when I'm all over the place, apparently. So,
Hey, look, you know I'm a believer of a follower of Apollo, and spreading the love is one of our big things. So I'm not like downgrading what you're doing or nothing like that. I was just curious.
no, of course. Like, right now, I guess you can say, yeah, he's my boyfriend, but the moment that, he goes away or disappears, like, it is what it is. He's doing his thing and I'm doing my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody in the background believes you. He's
we
whining.
started- We started putting her in the kennel during game because she likes to pee on the couch when she doesn't get attention.
Oh.
So
Frida, stop being a snitch.
Well, apparently,
"That's my
Frida doesn't like that answer.
Yeah.
So casual conversation and a few provocative offers that are politely declined later. Say an hour or two's passed. You guys have gotten some conversation, some relax. If there's any other conversations you want to have, feel free to stop me and have them.
Sure. Fennon. So, Fennon, you've now been in the material planes for a little bit. What do you think?
Hey, Mike, you're going to have to come back to me. You guys are breaking up really bad, so give me just a minute.
Oh. I was just trying to fill some time.
He should be home any minute now. So.
Oh, what was the question?
Just, we've been in the material planes for some time now, and just trying to get your opinion on it so far. That's right. I'll shortchange it if I'm breaking up. Your thoughts on material planes?
Weird.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean,
Hey, I don't understand how you like. Benin doesn't understand the interactions of the material plane, if that makes sense. Fully, at least. But he's only been there for what, month? Maybe,
yeah.
if that.
Yeah, about I was thinking about a month in my head there. I haven't actually stopped to do the math, but
Oh, I guess Fennon's done talking.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably
Fuck
home
you,
getting
dude.
ready
I'm
for
out.
supper.
Hey, while he's gone, this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to teach him that a middle finger is how you say hello. Just saying.
But only to really tough people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Kinda like-
something the strong do to each other, you know? It's you don't do that to those weak little people. It's only the big dudes you really want to, you know, hey, I'm cool too.
Well,
No.
Sunday game, I've been teaching Galen how to speak, was it Undercommon? I
Yeah.
taught her how to say that Otis is a jackass. But she thinks it says
He just once
he's
a
a
day
good guy.
types some random shit in Undercommon in the chat box.
Yeah.
And then we see if she can figure it out or not. It's not going to. I mean, it's a process. It's kind of like when you switched fighting styles fucking forever ago, Jeremy. It's kind of like that. She has to roll like an insight check every day to see how well she's comprehending it, and I'm keeping track. But it's a language, not an ability, so it's a lot longer process than what you went through.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah. You got anything you want to blab about between me and Miss Holly there, Fitz? Just to fill some time? I don't know, something random.
Fitz
Questions
is
on
over there
Mark,
going
maybe?
through his stash the whole time you're having a conversation with his foster daughter about her sex life.
I mean, I wasn't trying to go all, sex life. I was just, I mean, we're both ordained. We could marry them off if they, so chose to do so. Make it official. I mean,
Am I on this conversation?
well,
You're sitting right there, so.
yeah.
I mean, if he asked to marry me, it's not like I will say no, but I don't want to put any pressure on him.
Oh,
That's a guy thing that should do to show that he just wants me and nobody else. So I'm not going to force him to do that. That should come out naturally.
absolutely. I agree. See, Fitz, there's something more than just randomness going on there.
Pam, I know you're kind of new to the D&D world, but just so you know, if you do get married to anybody, you get a +2 to your armor class for the next 30 days, for the next 7 days, so long as you're within 30 feet of each other.
I'm still not going to force anything. That's something he should ask me.
Just putting it out there, that's all.
I think she put the ball in your court, bro. Just saying. He's got to ask.
He has to ask me.
Okay.
So, okay.
Jeremy, do you have anything else? You were kind of starting when I started talking there.
No, just feel myself aging this whole conversation. Just starting to feel like Captain America there at the end when he came back all old and grizzled.
Okay. All right. So a couple hours passes of random conversations and what ifs and how tos, and so when's the weddings and all that sorts of fun stuff. And as you're sitting there about to order another drink, you hear an alarm bell start ringing from somewhere within the town, and all of the guards and all of the guards get up and run out of the tavern complex.
I'm following them.
Yeah.
Probably leading them.
I'm going to say, yeah, come on, you guys, let's go. And motion with my head to whichever way the guards are going, we all follow.
Beautiful. So you follow them, and they are following the bell, which leads you out to the southern edge of town, just south of Cat Town there. And you can see a huddle of guards, probably about 30 or 40 so at this point. And one of the guard captains is standing up on a soapbox, barking orders, and you hear, "All right, Chimera has been spotted south of us. Split up, groups of 15. Make sure you have an alarm whistle. You call out if you see it, then you engage." And as he gives the last bark of an order, the guards all, "Yes, sir!" and split off into groups, scattering south into the forest outside of town. He then spots you. This is the same guard you had talked to before. He walks over you. You, still looking to hunt some chimera?
Yes,
Hey,
please.
yeah, sure.
All right.
Whatever.
You saw which way they went? Just head that direction. There's one spotted south of us. Not sure where yet. The reports are still coming in. Just listen for the alarm whistles.
All right. I'm gonna suggest we do a line formation from left to right. Little space in between us.
Hands across the desert style.
You got it.
We ain't found shit.
All right.
I think I would rather have Fitz on one end and me on the other. So if you want to
Yeah.
swap me on the other side of Benin, yeah, that would be because Fennon's our vision guy. He's the one who can really spot shit for us. So if he's in the middle, that puts us not too far from him with armor. So, and then let's start heading south. We'll listen for alarms, keep our eyes open for signs of these chimeras.
All right. Brad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, beautiful. Alarm bell went off. A chimera was spotted somewhere south of town. And the group, being bored and done poking fun at Miss Holly for not being married yet, was like, "Oh, thank God," and volunteered to go help. So you are all heading south into the forest right now.
I
Godric
can
has.
see it.
Go ahead.
I say I could just see it. Me and Miss Holly are both just like, "Oh, finally, yes, an attack."
But Godric has
actually,
suggested a hands across the desert type marching style. Do you have anything you want to say about that?
Are we talking like all hands online kind of thing?
About 15 to 20 feet in between each of you, but yeah.
But in essence, that's the marching style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do anything else, because I know you'd
There
like
we
to
go.
run off.
So the local guards are actually out there already with warning whistles looking. So if we hear a warning whistle go off, then we know which direction we need to go. But in the meantime, I figured we'd just do, like Jacob said, hands across the desert, comb across the desert, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Just until either something appears or whistle goes off, one of the two.
Where did you have me at?
I have you kind of in the middle next to Miss Holly, and then me and Fitz are on either side of the two of you. I wanted to put you kind of towards the middle because I know your perception, above table talk, is better than the rest of ours. So if you're in the middle, that puts two guards on either side.
Okay. My suggestion would be to run, and this is an above table thing, so forgive me if I'm adding a little bit of Brad sauce to this. I would run a V going through it.
It's talking a wedge, like.
Yeah, like a wedge formation. So in essence, same thing you're talking about, Mike. I would just have you guys back probably another 10 feet. Maybe have Miss more of like a diamond actually, because you have Miss
Yeah.
Holly in the middle. That's the way I would run it. But
Fits like that, and Fluffy Butt bringing up the rear, kind of like that.
yeah, sorry, I'm still getting logged in. I'm about to use the restroom real
Nope.
quick.
You're good.
No, you're
that's why.
fine.
That's why I asked you, because I knew it would delay us just a little bit and give you a chance to get logged in.
Sure. Now we
But
we have our mounts too. I mean, I suppose we could instead of putting Fluffy Butt in the back, put him with Fitz, and we could have our draft horses.
Is it?
That-
I mean, what's our surroundings looking like?
So right now you're still on the edge of town. There's a little bit of field before you hit the tree line, and then once you hit the tree line, it's a logging path, so just wide enough for a cart. I mean,
Okay.
it'll be wide enough for horses, but if you leave the trail, it may or may not be suitable for horseback.
Got it. Okay. But I'm talking like time of day. We're talking last I heard.
Oh, it's like
Sorry,
tonight,
I was only
or-
catching-
no, it's like noon now.
Okay. And then my question, and I can roll for it if you want real quick before I use the restroom. Are we talking like a dense forest, like Vietnam style forest, where it's bright as shit outside, but it's dense, it's dark inside kind of forest?
No, it's not dark in the forest. It is thick, but it's not so thick that it blocks out sunlight.
Okay. Yeah, I would. I mean, if we're gonna use the logging path, it's not really gonna matter. But if we're going through the forest, then the suggestion is gonna be to run a wedge with Miss Holly in the middle. Whatever you guys are good with.
You're a scout. I'll follow your instructions.
Alrighty. Senior Godric.
Yeah, that's fine.
So wedge it is.
Wedges,
Baby.
With a little bit of, excuse me, spread. Okay. All right. So you guys are following the horse trail, at least in it. And I'm sorry, are you guys getting your mounts, or are you going on foot?
I was planning on being mounted.
You were.
Yeah.
I mean, from a scout standpoint, how far away was this alarm?
They don't know where the Chimera is at this point. Reports are still coming in. They just know south. And other groups of guards, like, spread out heading southward.
Okay. From a scout standpoint, then not knowing where this thing is at, I mean, I guess let me ask this: is Fennin familiar with chimeras at all? I don't know if they're above table. I don't know if they're actually fey creatures or what.
Roll a history check.
Do you mind rolling that for me, please?
You have no clue.
Well, seeing as he has no clue, then I will ask the group if they have any insight
You
on
guys did
chimeras.
get a brief description of them. Large creature, thought to be smaller dragons initially, but when they got closer, having 3 heads, one of a goat, one of a lion, and one of a dragon. And they're large creatures, so probably about double the size of Sir Fluffy Butt, who's a horse for intents and purposes size-wise.
I mean, really up to you guys. I mean, if we're gonna, I don't know that mounted in a forest is gonna be the best thing, but that's just my input on it. Whatever you guys want to do.
What is
I mean-
another option?
Another option would be to go on foot. And I'm only thinking on foot because if we do need to navigate something that the horses may not be able to navigate, we don't just have to ditch and run. But I'm also kind of relying on your guys' input because it's not real all that well. So
How long would it be on foot?
There's no set destination, so you're looking for Chimera.
it's think
Walking into the wild, basically.
like if you're familiar with it, think like search and destroy kind of thing.
You're walking
Right.
to
Really
find
good.
something, or
Yeah.
give up.
Right.
Like we're basically going and hunting this thing, which I'm not familiar with mounted combat, so I'm probably not going to do a horse. That's not to say that we can't have fits on a mounted combat. That could definitely bring a different aspect to it. But I think I'm gonna be better off moving on foot. So 6.5
Yeah.
dozen the other whatever you guys want to do. My input is if we're gonna go hunt this thing in the forest, then I don't know that us trudging through on horses is gonna be the greatest thing in the world. If we get lucky, maybe this thing will be focused on the guards and we can catch it by surprise. Worst comes to worst, we stumble on it and we all go, "Oh shit!" kind of thing.
Right.
Or if it's really bad, it hunts us. So it's really the three ways that I can see this going. But I'm going on foot. Foot. I will say that.
Yeah.
Sounds like on
So-
foot then, with the exception of Fitz.
I agree with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I go with that.
Well, y'all start walking, and initially sticking to the cart trail. Go ahead and everybody make survival checks for me.
We're gonna do.
Give me a second. I'll roll one for you. Oh.
Miss Holly be like, "Ooh, a squirrel."
Sounds about right.
Is this like looking for tracks or?
Yeah, looking for tracks, any type of abnormalities, signs, anything.
If you look at those rolls, it's like Miss Holly's like, "Oh, look at that squirrel," and then Fitz is like, "Oh, that's a red-tailed bushy squirrel and a female." And then Godric comes up behind him, and it has 3 kids, and it lives in that tree over there, and its aunt is actually a famous one from this town over here.
That's pretty much how it went, yeah.
It's really nice to have a family. And Miss Holly just gets lost into the whole fantasy.
I'm gonna ask, but I'll
Yeah.
defer to your decision since it's just a generalized check. Would perception apply to this?
No, because it's like
I'm only
it's
asking.
It's evaluating the signage of the forest, not spotting the signage of the forest.
Okie doke.
Are wyverns flyers, or are they ground-based?
Wizards?
Wyverns?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
wyverns.
they can
Wyverns.
fly.
Or chimeras, I'm sorry. The thing we're actually hunting.
Roll a history check, see if you know anything about them.
Ah, shit.
Well, they were described as having wings and mistaken for dragons, so it's assumptive they might be able to fly.
Ooh, I like
There's
that word.
a good possibility of it, but you're not sure.
Just so you know, I'm adding that word to my vocabulary now.
Assumptive.
Assumptive.
I like that.
I don't know that out of all the vocab I've ever heard in my life, I don't know that I've ever heard that particular term.
It's just like presumptive. Same thing. With your group survival checks, you get 15, 20 minutes down the road. Same road you traveled through from the ship to get here. And you start noticing some weird signage. Like that tree looks like a tiger got a hold of it, and that one looks like a goat got a hold of it, and now you're starting to see more and more scorch marks as you go. And you can see that the marks are going across the path. So from the left side to the right side, heading what would be west.
So they're going from the east to the west, or they're going west to east?
They're going from the east to the west.
Okay.
And Godric, with your nat 20, you would be able to determine that these were placed here sometime after you passed through this morning.
Okay.
You know, you hold your hand up to a scorch mark, and there's still a little bit of heat left, and the scratches on the tree haven't sealed over yet. There's no sap running, so fairly fresh.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Keep heading towards the south.
Sounds like a game plan to me.
So you continue along the trail then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad shaved his mustache. Okay, so you keep following the trail. Go ahead and roll me another round of survival checks. Miss Holly.
I'm sorry.
Survival.
I know.
Beautiful. So you walk for another 10 minutes, and the only tracks and signs you pick up are normal wildlife. Deer, fox, maybe the occasional wolf. But you don't pick up anything weird or seeming out of place.
And I take it we don't hear any whistles yet.
Nope, no whistles yet.
If I'm not mistaken, you said it was east to west is where the scorch marks were coming, right?
Yeah, so you guys are walking this way along a path.
Mm-hmm.
And the tracks, the scorch marks and whatnot you had seen were heading that way across the path.
Okay.
And then you decided to keep walking down the path.
Every
Now you're about there.
so often, and I'm going to let the group know I'm doing this. I'm not just going to walk off from them, but every so often I'll walk off onto the east side of the path and just see if I notice anything, doing the usual stop, look, listen, pay attention to what's going on around you.
Okay.
kind of
Go ahead
thing.
and go ahead and make a perception check. Right now, you hear the absence of sound, which, being in a forest, means something.
I was just going to ask, seeing as my background and everything, that probably means something.
Yeah, no, with a 24, you absolutely know that the absence of ambient noise you would typically hear in a forest means something came through here or is here, not too far at least, and causing things to either shut up or scatter.
So wherever down the path we are on the east side, I'll kind of stop on the east side of the path. And the group will see me kind of listen, kind of tilt my head a little bit, tilt it back the other way. And then he's going to turn around and look at the group and kind of give the, like with his finger, if you can see it on the camera, just the. He's going to point to his ear and see if he gets a response from anybody.
Everyone else make perception checks. Miss Holly's still on about that fucking squirrel, man.
Clearly.
It was a pretty squirrel.
Godric, you don't notice anything. Fitz, once he's pointed out to listen to the forest, you realize that you don't hear the forest.
Guys, we should probably be prepared for an attack. I'm gonna pull my shield and flail out.
Okay.
As Fitz is doing that, the rest of the party will see Fenton grab his bow and knock an arrow. Not like pull it, but just knock an arrow. And he's going to very quietly say something to the rest of the group. And hopefully they can hear it. So he's going to look at him.
Everybody else make a perception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yes, because he's whispering very, very quietly.
My God. You know what? Sorry, I'm having lots of technical difficulties here.
Brad, you can whisper what you were going to say to Fitz.
All right, I'll send it right now.
Who else is doing what? Muted mic.
Just keeping my eyes open.
Okay.
I'm trying to focus on anything that it's not animals.
But the squirrels are so cute.
I know, it's so hard.
That's what she said. Okay. So while Brad is typing that out, Mike and Miss Holly, why don't you guys give me another round of perception checks?
Normal one?
Yeah, one more. Just a regular one.
Finally.
So now, Miss Holly, you like this. It's kind of the silence is deafening type moment, and you're like, "Oh shit!" The squirrels are gone. And you don't hear bugs or animals or anything.
Okay.
Fennin, what are you doing after you whisper that to Fitz?
He's gonna turn, like, you'll see him do kind of like the slow 360, like looking up in the doing more of a look around than he normally does. It's the look high, look low, the systematic. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Doing that, and then if he doesn't notice anything, he's gonna start moving forward down the road, watching the tree line for anything.
So back on the path and then continuing south?
Yeah, because I didn't go, well, about how far off am I off the path?
10 feet, if that.
10 feet. I would say that he would probably continue following the path, but in that tree line right where he's at.
Okay. Go ahead and make another perception check as you do your high-lows.
And if I didn't say, I'm doing this like quietly, stealthily, like he's in that, like,
Well, you're just
hey,
turning your head, so you won't make any noise doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, there's perception.
Okay. You don't see anything as you look around.
Okay. I will stay the 10 feet off the road and kind of walk the tree line right there.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as you now see Fennin continuing south but not on the road?
I mean, I'm mainly just kind of keeping an eye on things. That's really all I got going on.
Okay.
Same.
All right. So, Fennin, you move, say, another 100 feet down the road. Sound good? Before you decide to stop again?
Yeah, I mean, he's in that. I don't even know if he necessarily stops, but yeah, he would be stopping very briefly, just doing the check. He's in that search and destroy kind of mode at the moment. He knows something's off. He knows something's wrong. He thinks something's there. So yeah, however you interpret that.
Okay. So move 10, 15 feet, stop, check, keep moving. Go ahead and give me another perception check. Okay. So at this point, you're probably a good 250 feet or so in front of the rest of the group. You're walking and stopping and listening and looking. Walking, stopping, listening, looking. And you keep doing that until you're about that 250 feet or so in front of them. And when you stop to listen, you hear a branch snap. And it's coming from farther west. On the map, probably another 400 or 500 yards to the west in a thicket over there. You look as intently as you can, but it's back in the thicket, so you can't see what made the noise. But you definitely heard a branch snap.
Okay. I would say at this point he's going to stop and wait for the others, but he's going to have his attention kind of not completely on that, but he's devoting a good amount of his attention to that spot.
Okay.
Watching, listening, seeing if he sees anything rustling, hearing any noises, anything like that. Like he's established that something's obviously there. Something did something. Now he's just kind of observing at this point, waiting for the others.
while everyone else tells me what they're doing, go ahead and make me another perception check. What's everyone else doing?
I'm catching up to Fennon.
Ooh, can I do one more thing? I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip my hood up.
Okay. I'm assuming Miss Holly Godric you're following.
Yeah.
Mike, if you're talking, can't hear you.
I think there's lag on my end.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think you were muted too.
Yeah, I'm just following.
Okay. So Fennon, you flip your hood up while you're waiting for them. And with a 15, you notice a tree branch sway, but you're not sure if it was a natural sway or a caused sway. And that's the only thing you notice in the amount of time it takes for the rest of the group to catch up to you.
Do I feel any wind blowing?
Not in the trees here, no.
Okay. Have they caught up to me yet?
They are on the road, about 10 to 15 feet behind you.
Okay. I guess let me ask more specifically: are they still moving towards me, or no?
That's up to them. Did you guys stop when you were like perpendicular to him on the road, or are you going off the road into the trees?
I'm gonna go off the road into trees. I'm just kind of assuming he knows what he's doing.
Okay. Are you staying mounted?
Is there room?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to maneuver a little bit around trees, but it's doable. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay mounted.
All right. What about Godric
Same.
and Holly? Same.
Same.
Okay. So Brad, the group comes off the trail.
As I see them come off the trail, I'm still watching that area that I saw moving or heard a branch from. He is going to raise his bow with the knocked arrow, but not fully drawn. And as they come closer, he is going to. And before I state this, let me look at my notes, make sure. Mimic like a bird cry or some kind of fauna from the area.
I know you have an ability for that. Just give me a second.
The only thing I know of right off the top of my head is on my notes. Is it says it's a normal nature check because I studied the fauna and flora. But I'm trying to see if I have.
Yeah, I know it's a racial ability. I'm pulling it up just to make sure. That is.
I don't know if he has that racial ability.
I thought he did.
No, you might be thinking of Erdan's thing that he had.
So is it a ranger thing then?
Or the Kenkus. The Kenkus can mimic.
Kenkus have mimic. I'm gonna have you roll a performance check though.
Okay. Really is more about just making a noise, but
yeah. But to see how well you imitate the noise you studied, not too bad. So what kind of noise are you making exactly?
I'm guessing, and he's going to take a guess because again, he doesn't know this area. So unless at some point somebody had disclosed it to me, he's probably going to mimic or do the best he can to mimic like a bird sound.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely would have heard some birds chirping both the night before and on the walk into town this morning. Um, with a 10, it's not too bad. It's more of a caca than a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not horrible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so you do that, and you wait and watch a little bit, and you don't notice anything happen.
Okay. I'm assuming at that point, well, I'm waiting. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has anybody from the group approached where I'm at yet?
Yeah, they're all standing around you as you caca, caca.
I'm going to look at Fitz, and hopefully Fitz will pick up on this. But he's going to give that like slow head turn and make sure he's making eye contact with Fitz. And as he kind of holds the arrow and the bow in one hand, he's going to point at the bush while he's looking at Fitz.
At least he didn't gently caress his hand. That's what I was waiting for.
I'm sorry, you
Bow
did.
in one hand, gently caressing his hand with my other.
What exactly did you do? You had your bow in your hand, and then you did to the bush.
So think of it the best way that I pointed at the bush or the shrubbery where I was hearing the noise and saw the movement come from.
The thicket.
The thicket, sorry. That was the
Combination of dense shrubs and trees, making for difficult terrain and poor line of sight.
That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. But it's like, have you ever seen it? You might see it like a shooter might do it, like a long range shooter quietly if they're trying to not be noticed or whatever. It's that slow movement, and then like they might be signaling to where they hear something, kind of thing.
He's pointing at his eyes and then pointing at the thicket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's looking at you in the eye, making sure that he has your attention, kind of thing.
How far ahead of us is the thicket?
About 450 yards. So it's a good ways out there.
I'm gonna nod to him and then give him that blank look that says awaiting further orders.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
That
You're
look
the
that says
scout.
I don't have
Do
enough.
scout stuff.
Yeah. It's just that look that says I don't have enough bars on my shoulders to make a decision right now.
He'll let out a little and kind of slowly start moving towards the thicket very quietly.
Okay. The rest of you following or staying?
Like
Following.
So let me specify exactly what I'm doing to make it obvious to what everybody, so everybody knows what I'm doing. Is Fitz, obviously I pointed at that thicket, and as I'm moving towards it, you're gonna see me start to kind of break around it, almost like I'm kind of like pieing. I know Jacob will know what I'm talking about, but pieing it off, basically.
Pieing is how you maneuver around a corner so you don't expose yourself before covering every angle of the room as you're clearing it in modern.
In essence, I'm moving around the thicket, but think of it as me looking at it like a wagon wheel and moving spoke to spoke to spoke. But the whole time I'm keeping that thicket in the center of the vision. If that makes sense.
I didn't describe the thicket very well. It's a pretty big thicket. It's probably a good quarter mile running north to south.
Well, that fucking changes a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's my bad. No, it's like a wall. I mean, it's not impossible to do what you said, but it's
You're just gonna have to go way out of the way.
it's a thick bitch.
I will probably move like another, I would say 20 or so, 20 or 30 yards away from that.
From where
And still
you
doing
from where
where
you
I saw
were.
the. No, no, no. So think of like pinpointing in the thicket,
Uh huh.
right? Where I saw that movement and heard that noise come from.
Okay.
And while being fixated on it, I'm still going to do the same thing, just moving towards the thicket, but 20 to 30 meters, yards, whatever you want to use, off
Mm-hmm.
to right or left, dealer's choice. Sounds
Okay.
like the thicket goes both ways. In essence, he's still doing the same thing. It's just he's not going to approach the thicket right where he saw and heard that noise at. He's going to try to come in from a different side.
Gotcha. So you're gonna offset. That is still gonna put you a couple hundred yards away from the rest of the group. So my question to them still stands: are you guys following, waiting? What are you doing?
Okay, so I am gonna head towards the thicket as well.
Okay.
But like if he took the right side, I'm gonna move over to the left and come in, kind of in a
Gotcha.
pincer attack.
We're gonna say that circle is where you heard the
Yeah.
noise. That way we've got a reference there.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you, by the way.
So you'll come over kind of this way.
I assumed you wanted me to be the anvil for you to hammer him against.
I'm so proud of you, buddy. I love you.
Okay.
Thought I could help.
So you two move up, and you're kind of pieing to get an eye. Go ahead and make perception checks for me. Miss Holly, Godric, what are you two doing?
Oh, you want that from both of us, or?
Yeah, you and Fitz.
Come on. Oh, nice. Didn't embarrass myself.
Nice.
So you guys are kind of moving parallel to the thicket wall, as it were, trying to get some line of sight on where the noise was coming from and the surrounding area. From where you stand, you don't see anything.
That is totally fine. Have we reached? I'm sorry. You still are we on me and Fitz again?
Yeah, Pam and Mike didn't say anything, so
Okay.
I assume they're
Sorry,
Um,
I think I'm having some lag issues. If you said something, I'd be following these guys, like,
Yeah, we're both following.
yeah, as slowly, quietly as possible.
okay.
Yeah.
They're about 100 feet away from each other. So who do you want to follow?
At some given point in time, I think Fennon was a little further ahead, so I guess I'd be kind of behind Fitz.
Me too.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys want to do next?
What time is it?
Noon.
7-Eleven on my watch.
I'm gonna look to Fennon and kind of nod my head towards it with, kind of a questioning look like, are we still moving forward?
I'm gonna ask Fitz and kind of like, do we even know where we're going?
No.
We're gonna die.
It's possible, but after everything else we've survived, it seems unlikely that something that'll fit in that thicket could do it.
We just haven't found anything yet. It's been a while.
Well, I think there's something in this thicket. At least that's what Fennon's indicating.
I know, and what about afterwards? We're just gonna keep going around? To
Possibly.
nowhere?
I-
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of
Okay.
letting Finnan kind of call the shots here. He's, you know.
I trust him. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just. Yeah. Okay.
Fitz, do you look up where Fenton was at?
Yeah, you can hear. I'm not being secretive about it or anything.
No, I'm asking Fitz if he looks up and like looking where, because he was looking at me, and then you guys started talking, and I'm wondering if he looked back.
No, I would have been looking at you the whole time because I'm just kind of waiting for you to make a call.
Okay. Well, as you guys are talking, you would have seen Fenton. Like, have you ever seen the Homer Simpson sneak back into meld back into the bush kind of thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course I have.
that's what Fenton would do. He would do that into the thicket. Yeah, and I mean, it's no secret he's going after whatever's in there. So.
You had mentioned earlier you were moving stealthily. If you're still doing that, I need a stealth check. With the nature of the thicket, I need it at disadvantage. So it should be a regular roll for you.
Even though I have the move quietly and all that?
So that's for footprints, which give you advantage, but the bushes and tree branches you're moving through give you disadvantage, so it'll just be a regular roll.
Okay. Shit. Clicking on every tab that I don't need. Alright, stealth.
Okay. So you're still maybe 30 or so feet north of where you heard the noise. Go ahead and make another perception check as you enter the thicket for initial observations. Okay. With a 23, you just so happen to hear another branch snap deeper into the thicket. You're not sure how far or where exactly.
Just that it's deeper.
Yep. Farther west.
Okay.
That's what she said.
I will start moving in that direction. And as I move, I will again whistle. We'll say it's a bird sound. It's more of just to make a kind of. It's like the Marco Polo game.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Make a performance check. The rest of you hear, ooh, ah, tiki tiki, come out of the trees. And you can just barely pick out Fennon between the trees as he's moving deeper into the thicket. What do you want to do?
Investigate.
I am gonna keep angling, down something like this. But I am not being quiet. I mean, I'm having Sir Fluffy Butt, do his head shaking with all his jingling and snorting and making horse noises.
The thicket wall runs like so. So you're going into the thicket. I just want to make sure that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah,
you've
basically I'm trying to make a bunch of noise to
Gotcha.
draw attention away from him.
Gotcha. So you very quickly learn that the thicket is too thick to ride Sir Fluffy Butt through. You will have to dismount to continue.
Okay.
And I'm assuming Miss Holly and Godric are following.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So you will all continue moving westward. Fitz, make a perception check for me to do your best to keep an eye on Fennin as you move. Or anybody who wants to can make that check.
I was going to say, DM, if I need to clarify, that was the whistles is something I'm going to do as I move. Yeah, periodically.
Okay. Okay, so you guys don't need perception checks then. He'll give you a reference point to know if you're ahead or behind him. All right. So you guys keep traveling. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're going to see if you hear anything. Okay. As you all continue, there are no noises. The forest continues to be silent. You don't see any tracks or trails. And eventually you come to the far edge of the thicket, in line with each other. As you come out, there's a 8 or so foot cliff wall, like so. It's like an animal trail. So, Fennin, you came out on an animal trail. It kind of curves around like this. So, you can kind of see a little bit. And there's some trees here and another cliff wall over here. It's a very crude drawing just to kind of give you guys a reference of the area.
It's almost like a valley in the middle, almost like a mini valley.
Kinda. The cliff walls aren't very tall. They're only like, they're more like ledges than cliffs. They're only like 10 to 15 feet tops. And they're what's the word? Cutouts. So it's not like the start of a hill or a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just like a jut, I think is the
Yeah.
word.
It'd be like almost like a bedding down area for deer, almost. Kind of.
No,
If I'm
because it's
understanding it correctly.
it's elevated, so these two are up, but this is ground level with where you guys are walking. So it's just like a rock pushed, or a jut pushed out of the ground, creating like a little ledge that's 15 feet off the ground.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm explaining that as good as I could, but I'm doing the
I
best
can follow it a little bit.
Okay. But you guys come out to this clearing. It's maybe 50 feet between the two cliff walls and 80 to 100 feet north to south. What do you want to do? You can all see each other now.
Any footprint signs or anything like that?
Go ahead and make another round of perception checks.
Scorch marks, anything of the such.
Fennin, you will notice that about here, the ground looks disturbed.
Like recently disturbed or hard to tell?
Like, oh, we lost Mike.
Yeah, we just lost Mike.
From where you're standing, because you're a good 50 or so feet away still, it's hard to tell how or when it happened. But it's clear that it happened.
Oh,
Looks like Fitz is going to come over by you.
that's perfect. I was just going to ask him to come over.
And Miss Holly and Godric have been following, so I'm going to move them over as well.
I will lead them all over to where I saw the disturbed earth and kind of point out what I found and see what any of them say.
All right. So it's a patch of earth, maybe 15 feet wide, 20 or so feet long. You're coming right up to it to show it to them?
Like, not right up to it, but to a point where I can point it out. Like, I'm not going to stand on top of the thing.
Well, yeah. How far from the edge of the disturbed earth would you say you're going to be?
25, 30 feet.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's within the parameters you gave us.
Yeah. All right. So you come up and point at it. Everyone go ahead and make perception checks as you all look at disturbed earth. Or if you want to try and ascertain how long ago it happened, what did it, you can make a nature check. Your choice.
Nature?
Mm-hmm.
It's that old adage, nature versus nurture. What?
The way you said, make a perception check if you want to look at disturbed dirt, I was like, damn it, this is nothing.
Do, 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 do.
I'm still lagging out. If you could throw me a perception check, that'd be great, bud.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
You rolled an 18.
I'm doing some things on my end to try and fix it, but it's not working yet.
No worries, bud. So Godric and Miss Holly.
Yeah.
You're each going to notice something, but you're each going to notice something different.
Okay.
Miss Holly, you are going to notice that this patch of disturbed earth was made by a combination of both tools and creatures. So like creatures digging and tools assisting, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And give me just a second here. Godric, you are going to notice, as you're glancing over at it, that there is some type of second disturbance adjacent to that one.
Did you say it's a disturbance in the force?
It's a disturbance in something. And as you're about to say something about it, you all start hearing movement in the trees and noises. If anybody speaks this.
No, but I understand it.
Oh, beautiful. Of course, the one person who gets it.
Yeah, I'm loading back into Fantasy Grounds now, so I'm not even seeing it. Sorry.
It's all right.
Damn computer issues. Because tonight's my night for it.
It
was-
happens.
That is all correctly. That's actually what it says, not like a spelling error.
Just that last word is what you hear.
I was gonna say, are you
Just
critiquing
the
his
last
spelling
word.
at this point?
Just the
No,
last word.
no. It's
I
it
I
says
made it.
something
I made
very
a
very
s-
confusing.
I made a statement. I said you'd hear something yell, and then the word that it yells. And I, like always, didn't type the one word correctly.
Okay, I just
I have to reposition. some of these.
Oh,
Give me just a second.
okay.
Yeah,
All right,
wrong.
now it makes
Wrong
sense.
here. Wrong here.
What?
And as you look up and around, you will see a band of hobgoblins coming out of the trees. The warlord steps up to the edge of the cliff, and in Goblin, so only Godric and Fitz will understand this, he'll say, "You're surrounded. Lay down all of your weapons and jewels, or face our wrath."
So I have one question before we go on. Are
Yeah.
any of them within 30 feet
They shouldn't
of
be.
me?
Okay, so
They might be,
So-
but they shouldn't be.
I was
okay,
gonna
so
say-
I am in.
No, they're not.
Where are my? Wait. That's why wrong page. Okay. He said that in Goblin.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Oh, you don't. It's the
No,
second I sent something in Goblin is when you connected. So I just read understood by and then hot 8-ball, and I missed the connected part. So Fitz,
Yeah,
you're
no.
the only one who understands that he just said you're surrounded, lay down your shit or die.
Yeah, not unless
So-
that's some kind of offshoot of a giant or something. I don't.
It is
Just
not.
so you all know, that big thing says that either we throw our valuables down, or they're going to kill us.
Wait, which one?
The one that's slightly bigger and much uglier than the rest.
Fennon is going to point real quick and say, and he's pointing at this one.
Mhm.
Say, is it this one? He's asking you, Fitz.
Oh,
Is it this one?
sorry, I was refilling my drink.
Oh, my bad.
Yes,
Sorry.
it was that one.
As soon as Fitz confirms, he goes,
Yep.
"Oh, okay."
Are they at a higher elevation?
Yeah, they're about 15 feet up.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
No, that's okay because that'll make a difference on what I do.
I was going to say, with everything that's been going on and everything, and what Fitz just told him, you're just going to see Erdan, or not Erdan, Fennon just pull back on his bow and launch an arrow right at the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Hey, my big
Warlord.
purple friends. I mean,
So- Everybody, go ahead and roll initiative for starters, and Brad will get your turn. It'll be
Yeah.
This will be outside of it, so
I got you.
we're just gonna get initiative out of the way.
Trust me, running a DM for a little bit, I totally understand it.
Fitz rolled double ones on initiative.
Oh, fuck. You know what,
You-
guys? It's yours. I'm just gonna take a nap.
You do have your
You got
DM
it.
inspiration you can use to re-roll that, though.
Do I have an inspiration?
I don't remember what for, because you guys hoard them, but you have one.
Well, that's
you-
because we so rarely get them.
You get them when you make funny jokes. You should know that by now.
that's how I got all mine.
Last time I checked, I'm a pretty funny guy.
Yeah,
I
if you
ain't
look,
seen one in
if you
years.
look at the top left corner of the Fantasy Grounds window, you and Miss Holly have the little yellow diamond thing, indicating that
Yeah.
both of you have one. Or if you look at the top right corner of your character sheet,
Oh,
you've got your
oh, yeah.
inspiration.
right there by your name. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
So-
No, I'm gonna hoard that.
Okay.
It's like in the role playing games, like
Save them for
Dragon
the final boss
Quest
fight.
and stuff. Yes, yeah, they give you some rare thing and they're like, here, save this till you need it. Never use it. Hoard it like a dragon. Got it.
It's like getting to the end
What?
of Final Fantasy and realizing you have like 5,000 regular healing potions because you just never use them.
Exactly.
I need initiative for Sir Fluffy Butt as well, please.
Oh, that's right. I'm not riding him.
Yep. And with that,
That's what she said.
Brad, go ahead and take your one shot. Now, they are not surprised, so it is not a surprise attack. But you will get your hasn't gone in combat yet. Potentially twice.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just looking. He doesn't get the auto crit one. That's the one he doesn't get, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You still get the surprise attack damage, but it's
Gotcha.
not an auto crit.
Yeah. And it would be advantage on the attack.
No.
And it's
For-
a favored enemy.
For assassinate, it wouldn't. It says you have
I'm-
an advantage.
That hasn't. Okay, so yeah, you would. But it's not surprise, so it won't be a crit. And then favored enemy.
I haven't even looked at favored enemy yet, so I don't even know what that does.
Like a
One
plus 2 to
language.
hit.
Advantage
You-
on
yeah.
survival. No. Nothing like
I think
that.
it's just for hunting them, if I remember
it's
correctly, right?
advantage to track them and recall information about them, and then you learn one language spoken by them.
Which I think I learned something
Not goblin.
else. Yeah, it wasn't goblin. I know that.
All right,
think
for
you-
my
well, that-
defense, I haven't
think you
looked at
took,
Rangers.
I think you took Elvish because of where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it ended up being. So okay, so you will get advantage,
Okay. Let me take
But-
off the pointer first.
but it won't be an auto crit. So
Okay. But the other two, the sneak attack and surprise attack, will apply.
yeah, you're not targeting the right one.
I haven't even targeted one yet.
You've got Hobgoblin 4 targeted. Here.
How the hell do I have?
I don't know. I cleared it.
I
And
was like, I didn't.
I targeted the right one for you.
Oh, shit. I was gonna say I didn't even target anybody.
All right, go ahead and.
All right, here we go.
All right, so it will hit.
All right.
So you will get sneak attack, surprise attack.
Rise. And
Now
I think
this
it's
is,
just.
this is technically out of initiative. So that
Dread Ambusher?
no, that's
No,
that's an
that applies on the next one.
yeah, that's an additional attack thing. So,
Oh.
so yeah, I think it's just surprise and sneak then.
Yeah, because the Dread Ambusher would apply on his second attack in combat.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
So let me see here.
$37 points You launch, it's just a little bit off to the left, like getting him in the pec, and he lets out a scream of pain. And then we're in initiative, and you get to go first.
It's 6 seconds of speech. I'm going to look at Fitz real quick and say, launch another one.
Tally ho! Just as the forefathers intended.
Hearing no qualms about it, he will knock another arrow real quick, launch it at this thing.
Okay.
And I forget, does he get advantage on this one?
Yep, because the warlord hasn't gone yet.
Okay.
So now we're in initiative. You're going absolute first. So it'll be the exact same thing you just did, and then you'll get your Dread Ambusher shot as well.
Yeah.
23 will hit.
So, surprise and sneak attack will apply to this?
Yep.
Surprise.
Can't you only get sneak attack once per round?
That first shot he took was out of combat, and now we're in combat.
Oh, this is officially the first. Okay.
Yeah.
That first shot was a surprise round.
Okay. I got you.
The creatures just weren't surprised because they were looking at him.
So I'm dropping that on him.
Yep. All right. So then you get your Dread Ambusher, which you get advantage on, but you don't get sneak attack because you only get sneak attack once.
Correct.
But everything else will still apply. Surprise, the extra D8 for Dread Ambusher.
Okay. Well, let me drop the attack first to see if it even hits.
Yeah.
I forget, is it advantage on this attack or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Assassinate gives you advantage so long as they haven't had a turn in combat yet. Okay, so you do hit. So this one will get Dread Ambusher and Surprise.
All right. Good Ambusher. Look at that. We're getting this down pretty quick.
Just takes time. That's all.
See if I can't finish this guy out.
So, what you guys just witnessed is Fennin went, that one? It wails him in the pack. He goes, "Rah!" and looks back at you. And a half second later, it's... and he kind of stands there shaking, wobbling for a second. And then collapses to the ground.
I just
Cute.
quickly look at the group and go, first one didn't work. And then he pulls the same Homer thing and blinks off into the trees and bonus action hides.
Okay, you have to go a little bit farther for that. Go ahead and roll a stealth check, though. Okay. Above table, you'll be hidden next round.
Wait.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Hobgoblins are all going to start running. 20. This one's going to dash up to here. This one is going to take a little whistle out and blow in it, letting out a loud shrill. He's then going to jump down the cliff and move his 15 feet here. This one is wrong button. Gonna take out his longbow and fire a shot at Miss Holly. Missing. This one's gonna do the same thing but to Fitz. Missing. This one's gonna go running. 15, 20, 25, 30, right up to there. And he is within melee, so he's going to take a longsword attack. At you, Fitz, and miss. This one's going to take a longbow shot at Godric, who I'm back to never being able to hit. So, yeah, that's
Got my armor back on. So, yeah. Waste your
Godric,
ammo. Go ahead.
Godric, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to step around Miss Holly.
Okay.
As I step around, I'm going to say, Fitz, handle the other direction. I got this one. I am going to bonus action my spiritual weapon. That
Which
should
level?
give me flanking. Just level 2. That's fine. I'm not
Okay.
trying to.
I just make
use
a note
big
of it
slots
every time,
right now.
just in case.
Yep.
That will give you flanking, yeah. Still miss with a 17.
Okay. That's okay, because it still gives me flanking.
23 will hit.
Yeah, I will use a divine strike with that.
That is enough to do it. You come down with a holy thong and completely concave his head into his chest cavity.
Good.
Oh god.
And then, yeah, I will stand ready for the next one that wants to get anywhere close to Miss Holly.
Alright. 10, 15.
Look at it wrong. I got you, boy.
30 up to here, and he is going to take a longbow shot at Sir Fluffy Butt. Hitting with a dirty 20. Did I not put one on the map?
How in the hell did you kill Fluffy Butt with 4 points? With 4 points of damage.
Shouldn't have.
It says damage exceeds hit points by 4.
I know, I fixed it. He might not have been on there when y'all got to last long rest.
Oh. It's like, shit, what happened to Fluffy Butt?
This one's going to come out of the woods and shoot Miss Holly in the butt. Hitting.
Hi.
4 points of damage to you. You, I believe, have a reaction spell, Miss Holly, if you want to use it.
Yes, I do. I want to use it.
Okay. Yeah, drop the deck save on him.
Hold on. Why is it not working?
Why isn't what working? Oh, you trying to target him?
Yeah.
Here, I got you. There you go.
Hold on. It's not working.
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah, can you try? I don't know. The mouse is working funny today.
He fails and takes 9 points of fire damage. He is still up, though. So, Godric, you hear my ass! And turn to look. And as you turn to look, Miss Holly has turned to the right, looking behind her. And you see the rune on her neck kind of glow in like a purpley, smoky wisp. And she snaps her fingers and points at this hobgoblin that just came up the path that Fennon came up. And you see him burst into flame for just a moment. And then the flames quickly go away, and he stands there, still up, but extremely charred.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That brings us to Hobgoblin 27, who's going to run over here and go away, Miss Holly. Take a longbow shot at Fitz. And he's gonna crit it on you. Crit
No, he's not.
on you.
No, he's not.
Of course he's not.
He's going to go normal on that.
And of course it does it automatically, so I will give you 7 back, Fitz. And you're all the way at the bottom.
I did have this shit on the last fight, so...
That is gonna bring us to Hobgoblin 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 to right there, taking a longsword attack against you, Godric.
Please do.
Missing.
I have an itch. Apparently he can't scratch it.
Oh God.
20, 25, 30 to there. He's gonna dash in. Miss Holly.
Hi.
I just cleared your target for you, so.
Thank you. I want to do Firestorm.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
I don't know. It's the first time using it. Hold on.
It's the second time. The first time it just didn't do anything.
Well, the first time didn't work because the dragon laughed at me. But
All right. Okay, so here's how it works. You get 10 of these cubes.
so
And
let's
you
go.
Can, let me finish. You can put them wherever you want, but the next cube you place has to be touching the last cube you placed. So if you put the first one here,
No, I'm not gonna do
the
that.
next one has to be here or here.
Well, those two will be my last. So let's
You can-
start with 15. I mean 16. Sorry. Let me target. Come on.
If
let me
all they
see.
have to do is touch, you could chain the whole entire ridge.
You could chain that whole ridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that, and then 16 for getting on my ass.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me...
Yeah.
Because the faces have to be touching, so let's start working and see how far we can get. It's going to take a second. 3, 4. Actually, let's do it this way now.
I
5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll be able to get those 6.
That's fine. Better than nothing.
I mean, that's over half of them right there, so...
All right, I got them targeted for you.
Okay, let me try
So-
this now.
Yep. You just click that save one time. The little blue button right next to it. There you go. Looks like 2 successes and 4 failures. Go ahead and roll damage. I can pretty much guarantee you they're all done.
Jesus.
Exceeds by 30, exceeds by 34. Make sure you mark off your spell slot.
Yeah.
I will untarget these. Yeah, they're all dead.
Beautiful.
And as you do so...
Oh, I'm not done. As I finish doing that, I'm gonna smile at 16 and wink. I know the fire.
Yeah.
If you read the spell, it specifically says anything flammable lights ablaze.
Ah. Guys, it's getting warm.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Kill the wizard! Kill the wizard!
Anything else for your turn, Miss Holly?
No.
All right, I believe Sir Fluffy Butt's next.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sir Fluffy Butt.
Is gonna crit
Jesus.
and completely kick the jaw off that hobgoblin.
And then he is gonna fly up to come land behind Hobgoblin 45.
All right, let me. Okay. He's within melee there of both of them. Just weird angles. I'm actually gonna readjust tokens just a pinch. There we go. Hits. 10 points of damage. He is still up.
Okay, I think that's gonna be it for him.
Alright. That will bring us to this hobgoblin. Now seeing the fire is going to step up to the ridge here, take out his own little whistle, and let out the shrilling beep with it. Fitz.
Fire
Anybody else have
bad,
a
fire bad.
feeling that that is going to summon the chimeras?
I don't know. I just wish they'd actually get their song together. Sounds like shit. Hey, look, it's Fitz's turn.
It is.
Okay.
We cleared the path for you, buddy. Go ahead and take him out.
Okay.
That'll hit. Insta death, per the chat block.
15 feet there.
Hits. Instant death. Again.
And then my last bit of movement, I am gonna mount up on Fluffy.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Fennon.
He is going to look around. Can he see the one that made the whistle? And did he hear that thing make a whistle?
You have heard 2 whistles at this point, and you have line of sight on all 3 hobgoblins.
Alrighty. I guess the main question is, and because I just want to make sure I'm playing this correctly, does he know which one made the whistle?
Make a perception check. Super low DC, but we'll leave it up to the dice. Yeah, you know.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, it was this one, correct?
Correct.
He will launch an arrow from the shadows.
With advantage. Hits.
Second time getting super close to that natty 20.
So all you get this time is sneak attack.
Yeah. Should be just a simple sneak attack.
Which is more than enough to do it.
Say move 10 feet into the trees. Like, basically move to a different spot and do my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. The next tree'd be over there.
Over where? Sorry.
Just a little bit more to the right, like 2 spaces.
Like that?
No, I already moved you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
Beautiful. As your turn ends, as sure as Fitz can call it, because he can't let me do dramatic entrances or anything, the Chimera comes in over the treetops and lands on the ridge, letting out a weird combination of a dragon and lion roar and a goat bleat all at the same time. It'll take its last couple of steps of movement up and stand there defiantly looking at all of you. Godric.
Flip it off.
This is how you say hello.
Assert your dominance.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start by moving toe to toe with Hobgoblin number 16.
Okay.
Let's see. Bonus action, move my spiritual weapon next to Miss Holly. And then I am going to flame strike the Chimera.
It
Who
fails
fails?
its save. $34 points of damage.
And I think there's more to that. Hold on a second. Let me check. No, that's it. Okay. I'm gonna say, come on, big boy. Come on down. That's it.
Alright. Hobgoblin 16 is going to take a longsword attack at you. Missing. Hobgoblin 20. Gonna run on over, taking a longsword attack at Miss Holly and doing so. Also missing. Miss Holly, you're up.
Okay. I want to try disintegrate to Hobgoblin 16.
So you can't, because that's one of your special spells, and you can only cast one of those once per day, and you already used it on your Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use. How far in advance are these two? Hold on. I want to use Confusion on Chimera 8.
The Chimera.
Whatever.
Okay.
You got it.
So put the save, drop the save on it. It fails. Drop the effect on it. just reading the spell. Give me 1 second. Start of each turns. Okay. All right. Keep that open because at the end of each of its turns, I'll need you to re-roll that. Okay, Pam?
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right, Sir Fluffy Butt.
Technically, now that we're mounted, he would.
That is correct. So he will move down to your initiative.
Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
It's not that far.
So as Miss Holly finishes casting Confusion, another chimera swoops in out of the sky, landing right between Sir Fluffy Butt and Miss Holly. And with another roar, immediately goes to work. It's going to, with the lion's head, bite Miss Holly.
I am
With a
going
crit.
to use my reaction to give it disadvantage on that roll.
Which ability is that?
Protection fighting style.
Attacks a target other than you. So the target needs to be within 5 feet of you. Miss Holly is not within 5 feet of you.
Oh. Godric, you got anything?
Since you can't stop it, yeah. Yes, I do. I'll use another one of my guardian emblems. Turn it to a standard.
Alright, so that'll be 14 points of piercing damage for Miss Holly. Why did it roll it?
Miss Holly, concentration.
Yes.
Oh,
Caster.
it was rolling her concentration. Okay. So you
Oh.
succeeded, so it's still confused. I was like, why is it rolling something? I just dragged damage. So that is its bite attack. And then it is going to go to claw Sir Fluffy Butt. You can see its front talons are very dragon-like. That is going
I
to
will-
hit. You're
Fitz
gonna
will take that damage. Yeah.
All right, so that's 6 points for you. It is then going to turn its dragon head at you, Fitz and Fluffy Butt, and it is going to let out a fire breath. Which is being a pain in the ass. There we go. You both succeed. So 20 points of fire damage to each of you. And that is its turn. Now Sir Fluffy Butt's up.
Okay. So Fluffy Butt is going to move around here.
I need Sir
And,
Fluffy Butt to roll me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. As he feels the ground give away, revealing that triangular square I've drawn on the map is actually a dugout pitfall trap, he immediately flaps his wing and is now hovering, but not falling into a trap.
Nice. Okay. And we said when he's being ridden, he only gets one attack.
Correct.
Okay.
That will hit. 9 points of damage.
Okay, that'll be it for him.
All right, then it's your turn. So you can take yours and Sir Fluffybutt's turns interchangeably. I don't know if we talked about that, but like you can go before him or he can go before you, regardless of what your order is on the combat tracker.
Okay.
Yeah.
28 will hit.
Why didn't that do divine smite?
Did you drop the effect on yourself, or did you just click the use power button?
Oh, I clicked the use power button.
Yeah,
Do you have to?
You got to drop the effect on yourself. Just roll however many dice it is in the chat block, and I'll add it to it.
Wait a minute. How many is it?
Your divine smite is 1d... Oh, 1d8? No, that's...
It goes up as his levels go up.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's 2d8 radiant.
Okay. Oh, the extra d8s if they're undead or a fiend. Okay.
Correct.
All right. It's just
So
kind of
just-
weird the way it was showing there.
Yeah, so that's an additional 10 to it. Okay.
But okay.
Come in. That'll hit with a 28.
Okay, so that's the button I need. Okay, makes sense now. I gotcha.
You still have to click the use button too. So that way, because you only get so many uses of it. Isn't that the way that one works?
No, he marks off
use
spell slots.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No, his are spell
Um,
slots.
Okay, and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, that'll bring us back up to the top with Fenn.
Alrighty.
Now you know what a chimera is. Just for future record.
I'm guessing I have line of sight on all 4 characters that are right there.
Yep.
Alright. Going to declare my attack on Chimera 19, which would be an advantage.
Yeah, it is. 26 will hit.
And that should just be
19, the one standing next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should just be sneak attack. There it is.
Yep.
Think for 29.
Foe 29.
Good old 29. Let me see here. You only get. Oh wait. Haha! I think don't you get a rogues get a cunning action hide, right?
Yeah. That's what your bonus action height is.
Oh, I thought it was separate than.
Nope. That's the only reason you've been able to hide as a bonus action the entire time you've been playing Fennin.
All right, got it. Well then, let me see here. I will forego that this turn and cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Okay.
Um,
Just drop the
And-
effect on whichever one.
I'm trying to see here. Oh, it's the effect on myself for some reason. Yeah, it's just on myself. But I'll declare it on 19.
On 19. Okay.
Yeah.
Put a note on it just so I remember.
Yeah, that's weird that it doesn't have like a...
It is a concentration spell, so that makes sense.
Unless it doesn't...
You put that effect on you, right?
Yeah, the effect goes on me, which I'll drop right now because it's good for
Okay.
an hour.
Yep.
Oh, I'll drop that. on me.
Not the damage effect. You do that right before you roll damage in case you're not attacking that one. Yeah. So that's that. The effect is to add the extra d6. You don't do that until right before you roll damage in case you decide to attack something else. Because you only get the 1d6 on the targeted on the marked creature.
Got it. Then we might need to look into that after the game at some point because right now the only effect, if you go into my sheet and look at it, the only effect I have is for myself.
I see it. We'll
And
figure something
it says that
out.
it's good for an hour, which is why I'm like, kind of wonder.
Well, because Hunter's Mark is a concentration for you. Essentially, what it means is you are concentrating on that one specific target.
But what we're saying is when he puts that concentration effect on himself, it gives him an extra 1d6 for every attack he makes, but he only gets the 1d6 attacking the marked creature. So
Right.
we can't put the effect on unless he knows for sure he's only going to attack that creature until it's dead. It's pointless to put the
I
effect
think
on.
we can go through and change the coding on it rather than saying himself or say target.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But we could do that later.
Too easy to do that. And is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. I'll use whatever movement I have to. I can't hide this turn, but I can stand behind a tree.
Yeah, I mean you're already standing behind a tree, so just there. Squish.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Chimera 8, who is confused, so they get to roll on this wonderful little table. It stands there, like, clawing right in front of it. Just like, at nothing.
Somebody's got a laser pointer.
Pam, roll that wisdom save on it again, please.
Okay.
And Godric, you're up.
Okay, so it's my bonus action. I'm going to go ahead and attack Hobgoblin number 20.
Okay.
Since my it's right there.
Yep, that hits. The Chimera is still confused.
Okay.
Seeds.
And then let me check something real quick. All right, so I will use my Mace of Disruption on Hobgoblin number 16.
Okay. Missing.
Okay, that's okay, because I have mobility. Anything that I attack doesn't get an attack of opportunity if I leave.
Yep.
So, can I make the leap up here to the Chimera and then put myself in front of him.
You have 40 feet of movement.
Yes.
I'm gonna say make an athletics check.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, you make it up.
All right. And then I am going to square off with the Chimera.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
All right. That hobgoblin you just swung at watches you like take 2 steps away from the cliff and then run up the cliff. He doesn't want anything to do with that, and comes running over here to Miss Holly, taking a longsword attack at advantage. Two points of damage, and you succeed your concentration check again. As that slash comes down, you guys hear another one of those weird screeches coming from a chimera. You look around and you see it just as it smashes through the treetops next to Fennin. And he is going to take some attacks at you. Bite hits. Do you have reactions for any attacks, Brad?
I do. Hold on, I'm looking. Hold on.
Should be a rogue action.
Yeah, I see it.
Uncanny dodge will...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... do you want to use it on that one, or you got 2 more attacks coming?
I'll let you know when I'm ready to use it.
Okay. So the lion's head bites out at you, dealing 11 points of damage. The goat's head is going to, like, slam down with its horns, also hitting you. You can use it there.
Sure, because I think the next one is fire, if I'm not mistaken. Which, I think... That's not a dex save or anything, is it?
It is a dex save. For that, you would use evasion, though, because that's an area attack. So uncanny dodge is melee or ranged attacks that you can see. So claws, bites, etc. Evasion is a fireball or a fire breath.
Alright, I got you.
But you
so-
these both cost a reaction, so you can only do one of them.
Evasion doesn't say that it costs reaction.
Pretty sure it is. Oh shit, it doesn't.
So I'll make it easy. I'll use the uncanny dodge on this then.
Okay. Go ahead and drop the effect on yourself. Yeah, evasion is always. So just put that effect on yourself and...
Which I think I probably already, if I'm knowing myself, I probably already have that on there.
It's possible. So you resisted the headbutt down to 8 points of damage. And let's make sure that effect is on you. I do not see it. So put evasion on.
Son of a bitch. I went this entire time and never put it on. There it is.
All right, beautiful. It is going to scratch you with its front claws, though. With a crit. So that'll do a quick 12 points of damage, ending its turn and bringing us to Miss Holly.
Just gonna say this above table because I know that you'll accept it. I love you, but you're a dick.
I mean, we knew there was 3 of them out there.
You did.
Yeah.
No, that's not what...
To be fair, the Chimera was coming this right then, one way or another.
No. I'm
just-
laughing because I was
you just-
expecting it to be a fire attack.
Oh.
I got the claws and I was like, I knew it!
No, it's an option thing. But as far as it landing next to you, it's solely because you didn't hide. It was coming in into the map this round no matter what. It just happened to see you jumping out of the tree and is like, ooh, a target all alone. Free lunch.
I knew. I figured. I knew I would pay for it.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Holly. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I want to use... I can't do another spell because I'm doing my concentration spell, so I'm going to use...
Did you fail a concentration check?
What do you mean?
Last one she made it.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't have the effect on her.
That's a good question because mine's a concentration also. So in all fairness, I would have to take 3 concentration checks on that. I think.
Oh yeah, you do. And I don't know.
But I don't know what
manually.
I don't know what I would roll.
That's why you put the effect on you.
It's a wisdom save, isn't it? Normally.
It is.
I'm pretty sure it's a wisdom.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Is it really?
According to the handbook. Mm-hmm. The difficulty is either 10 or half of the damage taken, whichever is higher. So give us 3.
I'm pretty sure
them in order.
He failed it anyways. I'll give you 3, but he failed anyways.
So you rolled. Oh yeah, 4 definitely failed. I don't think I rolled.
Yeah, he failed on that one. I thought.
Okay, so no more hunter's mark.
Yep. Oh well.
Okay. Sorry again, Pam. Go ahead for real this time.
Can I use...
And I'm going to put that effect back on you because I don't think it should be off. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Use what?
I can do Acid Splash because it's not a concentration spell, right?
You can. It will be at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack and you have a creature within 5 feet of you.
That's fine.
Okay. Just make sure you click disadvantage and then drop the save on whoever you want to do it against. Oh, it's a dex save for it. All right, well, it failed, so go ahead and roll your acid damage. 13 points to Chimera 33. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right, Chimera 19. Let's see. Gonna bite Sir Fluffy Butt. Missing. We are going to horn Miss Holly. Critting. Unless anybody has something for that, Godric.
Yes, so I'm going to use my last Guardian Emblem to drop that down to a...
So that'll be...
And I'm assuming this is a large creature, I'm not within 5 feet of her?
No. You are not. Miss Holly, you're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage there, and you succeed your concentration check. It is then going to rear up and come down with its claws at you, Fitz, missing. And Sir Fluffy Butt Fitz, your guys' turn.
Alright, Fitz is gonna go first.
That'll hit. .12 points of damage. Chimera is starting to look rough. The goat head's being a little droopy. 23 hits. And that'll do it for that Chimera.
Okay, and then Fluffy Butt is going to fly over here. He is going to give the hobgoblin a very stern look. And then he's gonna shank him.
Alright.
Well, he's gonna try.
Yeah, that doesn't hit, unfortunately. Alright, anything else for your guys' turn?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Fennin.
Seeing as this thing is within 5 feet, he'll hold his bow in his offhand since it's already there. And I think, to correct me if I'm wrong, I think he can pull a dagger from his belt real quick.
Yeah, so
And make a.
that's a quick action. You can draw any like belted weapon, either rapier or dagger, as a quick action, which doesn't cost any action economy. Now, if it were
Okay.
like I'm putting my bow away and taking out the two-handed greatsword I've got strapped to my back, that would be different. But if
Yeah,
if you're doing a quick swap to your offhand and pulling something out of your belt, it won't cost you nothing.
Yeah, he's just pulling a.
So you could pull either your rapier or your dagger for that.
Okay. So I will pull a dagger and make a melee attack against the Chimera.
Okay. .26 will hit.
Oh, shit, that actually hit him. Fuck.
Deals 9 points of damage, and then you have the mobile feat, so you can now
Yes.
move without getting an opportunity attack.
So, what I would like to do is basically move off into the trees and try to hide again. Doing my same shit that I usually do.
Okay. So move whatever direction you want to move.
We'll say we'll move 20 over here into those trees. Hide.
Okay.
Use the skill. Bonus action hide.
Stealth check. Okay.
And then I'll move another 20 to the next tree as I'm hidden.
All right.
I
I
don't know if
need
you want a second
another.
check
I
on
need
that.
another stealth check from you to maintain your stealth.
Okay. Out of curiosity, because my hood's up and with the boots, does that count for advantage on that or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
The items give you advantage on stealth checks, so.
I'm just double checking.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got for my turn.
That's all you got.
Nope.
All right. Chimera 8, still confused. Oh, I need to go with this, actually. Hold on. Same thing. The Chimera is just going to start running. So, Godric, you'll get an attack of opportunity, because it is technically a willing movement.
I'll use my Warcaster then.
Okay.
And I'm going to bob him with another Flame Strike.
It succeeds. And Pam, if you can put another wisdom check on it. Actually, I'll do it because we had to untarget it.
Okay.
12 points of fire damage that time. And it fails its check, remains confused. Godric, you're up.
Okay, so I will go ahead and bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Try and give Miss Holly a little bit of help with that hobgoblin.
Miss.
And I missed. And I have enough movement, I can chase the chimera.
Yes,
So
you
I
can.
am going to do that. Use my mace.
That'll hit.
Right. All right. We will use the divine strike with that.
10 points of damage.
All right. And that's that.
Alright. Chimera 16 is gonna swing around, take a longsword attack at Sir Fluffy Butt, missing. This chimera in the tree, Fennin, you'd notice it kind of like track you for a second and then lose you, and not even think twice about it. Immediately turn around and do kind of a flying jump over the tree, landing right here next to Miss Holly. And it is going to let out a fire breath, which is going to hit all 4 of you. And all of you fail, taking 38 points of damage, killing the hobgoblin. It is then going to, excuse me, the goat's head will come down with an attack on you, Miss Holly. Missing. And then its claw's gonna do some work. Hitting. And Miss Holly, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do acid splash on 8.
Okay, disadvantage. Well, it won't matter. Just roll the save on it.
Okay.
You had 33 targeted. Oh, no, you didn't. That's weird. Okay, it fails. Go ahead and roll damage. $16 points. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Alright, Sir Fluffy Butt / Fitz.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so we've got this chimera here, and okay, so if we flew over here, would we be flanking it with Miss Holly?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what we will do. Let's see. And basically, what Sir Fluffy Butt is going to do, as we are flying over it and he goes to land, he's going to kick it in its head.
Give it the old mule kick.
Yep.
Flying mule kick. That hits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
6 points of damage.
Oh, okay. And then Fitz is going to attack.
Uh, 14 will hit. 13 points. And 21 will hit. $18 points.
Okay. Bonus action. I am going to cast Compel Duel.
Check the verbiage on that. I vaguely remember. Is there a type of creature?
You attempt to compel a creature into duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand for the duration. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a Wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to remove.
And then the spell ends if any creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it. Or if you end your turn more than 30 feet away from it. And if you attack any other creature. There's a lot of ends if on that one. Okay. I was just making sure the creature type was right, because I remember it just says one creature, though, so you're good. Go ahead and drop the wisdom save on it.
Should my save DC be 18?
Let me take a look.
I guess it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't, but I'll still look either way.
Because it's 8 plus your casting attribute, which is charisma for a paladin, which is 5, and then...
Yeah, I reset it.
Okay.
It's 18. I think that was one of the few I overlooked, so... but it fails.
That's fine. This is the first time I've ever cast it, so...
Yeah. And then,
but Miss Holly's looking a little rough, so...
Drop that effect on yourself.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
That ends your turn? Question mark?
Yes. Question mark?
Well, I didn't say it sounding like a question, so I said question mark to make sure you knew it was a question, not a statement.
No, I appreciate that. It just tickled the hell out of me.
Fennin, you're up. You are hidden. You're also
muted. There we go. That's better. I'm going to take my shot at 33.
Okay.
I don't know. Why did I do that? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Do you want me to re-roll that?
It was at advantage because you're hidden, and it was a hit.
Oh, that's right.
So...
No, sorry.
No, that was right.
I'm second guessing myself. My bad. Let's see here. Sneak attack.
.28 points of damage. It is looking rough. Your arrow goes through the goat and the lion's neck, and they're both, you can hear the gurgling noises coming from both of their mouths. Well, Miss Holly and Fitz can, at least.
Right. I will.
So that negates the duel, right?
It does. So compelled duel is no longer a thing.
Shit. My bad.
But hey, you got to cast it at least, Fitz.
Yeah.
That's my bad, Fitz. I fucked that one. I fucked the pooch on that one. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean...
It's alright. I don't think there's any... Not like there's anything that he could look at and see, oh wait, he's got a thing going between him and them.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was just about to notate there, Fitz. Next time, yell out, "This bitch is mine,"
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
We're doing it over here.
I think after Lorat, the crew is kind of pieced together that if you say something belongs to you, it fucking belongs to you. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing that like bards have to do when they do their hypnotize or whatever it is, days,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
The hypnotic pattern.
You gotta let somebody know. You hypnotic pattern. That's it. You gotta let somebody know it happened.
That's a good point. That I take full responsibility.
Is that it for your turn, Finnan?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. 10. This chimera, which was just running away from you, Godric, turns around and goes to take a bite out of you. Missing. Goes to... I gotta make sure I do the right thing here. Goes to claw you. Also missing. And then is going to fire breath you.
Okay.
Which you fail.
Okay. That's a
You-
dex.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you gonna do your... You got a shield master thing for that, don't you?
I do.
Are you gonna use it?
If I am subject to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage,
Mm-hmm.
you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, imposing your shield between yourself and the source. So,
Okay, so you didn't succeed the throw, so you actually can't
Yeah.
use that then.
if you're subject to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if
you
you succeed. Okay, yep, you're right.
Can, however, I didn't realize this, you get to add your shield's AC bonus to that dex saving throw. So
Okay, that'll
we
bump me to
actually...
16.
Yeah, 16. Okay, so you would have succeeded, and then you can use your reaction to not take any damage.
You got it. Put my
So
shield up.
it's like that scene in 300 after he jumps over the herd of the Persian bombardiers and kills one, and the lit grenade rolls next to the pile, and then he spins around and puts his shield up, and all the explosions just flying past. That's what just happened. Totally cinematic in my mind, at least. Your turn, Godric.
I'll take it. Because then I'm going to stand up. I'm going to point my mace at Miss Holly. And I'm going to cast a healing word at level 4.
Okay.
Because I can use my mace as a... whatchamacallit there. Alright, that's 4.
Well, both your mace and your shield are
Yeah.
focuses.
Yeah, focus. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, I can use whatever I want as a focus, but I see myself doing the dodge thing with my shield, and then as I stand up, I point my mace over at Miss Holly and outshoot some healing mojo, and then I'm going to swing that mace down on top of the head of the chimera.
All right.
We're just going to make that even more cinematic. Now, if it hits, it makes it even better. Hey!
And I'll say it
Take
was
it.
one fluid motion. So you go from like shield up, spin, and as you spin, like the divine energy just like shoots out like the tip of your mace like a wand, and hits Miss Holly for some healing energy, and then you just continue the motion through right into the slam.
That's right.
Giving the chimera a good 12 points there.
Yeah. So that's action, bonus action, and I'm not moving. I'm going toe to toe with this big boy.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for me.
All right. That is going to bring us to Chimera 33. No longer compelled is going to keep fucking up Miss Holly. The lion's head bites you. The horns hit you. And the claws... Nat 1 miss. All three of you get a counterattack against it. So Miss Holly, Sir Fluffy Butt, and Fitz, you can all use your reaction. Miss Holly, you have Warcaster, so you can actually cast a spell against it.
touch spell, maybe?
And you're muted, Pam.
It wasn't necessary.
Doesn't matter. Before you get a chance to even do anything, who was it? Fitz comes down with his flail and kills the dragon head, leaving the other two heads to choke. And with that, it's your turn, Pam. You're still muted. Pam?
Bueller.
Pam stepped
Bueller.
away.
Bueller.
She had a situation. What does Pam want to do? Do.
Set it on fire.
Fireball.
Do. She already did that. Speaking of which, the fire has been growing this entire time.
Yeah.
This entire little center grove is now alight. Pretty much that entire upper ridge is burning. She is going to...
Didn't have like a rain spell or a
No.
ice
She
spell or
Wall of
something.
water.
She is
Yeah.
going to cast Maximilian's Earthly Grasp. Earthen Grasp. Which is a spell I know Pam's been waiting to swap out. It fails. So you see this giant stone hand reach up out of the ground and wrap around the Chimera, restraining it. And in doing so, doing some bludgeoning damage. And the Chimera is restrained. And that's... Yeah, that's her turn. Sir Fluffy Butt. Oh, wait. Before you do anything, I got a thing. Go ahead and take your turn, Jeremy. I got excited for a half a second. Because I don't get to use these very often, so...
Okay. Sir Fluffy Butt.
Boom. You're gonna have to drop it in the combat tracker. That's my bad. Because I just put that token on here. I'll move the token. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Fingertips. There you go. Try it again.
Okay.
I bought these tokens and I hardly ever use them or get to use them. So.
Yeah.
That
I
will
got a
hit.
file with like 30, 40 of them.
Yeah. He does... I don't think he can succeed on his saves. Hold on a second. Restrained. Oh, it's dex saves. He gets disadvantage. So he does succeed his strength save. And then 8 points of damage. Okay.
Alright. Are we flanking here with Godric?
No.
You'd have to be on his north side.
Yeah.
Is it because he's grasped?
No, it's because you came in on his left side.
I'm on his south.
I can do this and guarantee
Well,
you it'll work. You quickly jump off the back of him and step around for a quick flank. Oh, he's restrained. have advantage no matter what.
Yeah, because it was automatically rolling it. That's what I was.
Yeah,
that's
it's because
where I was
it's because he's
confused.
restrained. He had 2 hit points left. He was gonna die no matter what. But that does it, killing the last chimera. You all stand around, panting,
Yep.
realizing.
Polly, do you
there's
have
no-
a wall of water or ice
Oh,
or something?
There's no standing around for Godric. I am immediately going to jump down, come to the fire, and cast create water.
Okay.
Or it's just I'm going to use the create food and water. No food, all water.
Okay. How much water can that produce?
30,000 gallons. 30. A lot of fucking water.
I don't think it's 30,000.
30 gallons.
30,000 is that's a lot.
30
of water.
gallons. 30 gallons
Sorry.
is still a lot of water.
I had to step away for a second.
Okay.
Newcomer.
So 30 gallons isn't a whole lot of water. I mean, if you've ever seen a 50-gallon drum, it does a little bit.
I have.
What's going on with the fire?
You started a fire. We're trying to put it out. Well, I'm trying to put it out.
Well, I remember I started it, but it's getting so big.
That's what fire does, Miss Holly. It continues to spread if you don't stop
Miss
it.
Holly's gonna stay there like.
Do you have a water spell, ice spell, something to put fire out?
I have
Roll fire?
frostbite, ray of frost.
DM, can you
Didn't
deem
you have
any
like
of
wall of water or something like that?
I don't have it anymore. Today will be really helpful.
I think she used to have Sleet Storm, and that was the
No, I
closest
didn't
thing
have
she
that. I
had.
have the wall of water thingy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
No, she
she used
swapped
it
it. She swapped that
in
out
the
for
actual
confusion,
speed.
I think.
Yeah, for confusion.
Okay. Does she have anything on her list that could help her put a fire out?
Just
Ask her.
frostbite
I
or
don't
ray
know.
of
It's
frost.
her character.
Well, I mean,
No, she doesn't.
some. I was going to say some spells per DM's call may or may not work. That's why I'm asking you specifically. I'm not asking
No.
you which spell, but we'll let her decide if you say yes.
I can try frostbite at this point. I mean,
Godric, can't you upcast create water?
Actually, I can. Uh,
Because I thought create water was one of those you could upcast to increase the volume you
Free.
produce.
Nope.
no, actually, it
What
does
am
not
I
have an
thinking
upcast
of
to
then?
it. I mean, I can cast it a couple more times.
You could use higher levels to cast it again, but
Yeah.
it doesn't increase the effect at all.
Right. I mean, I would like to cast it again and hopefully hit the one further north. Get that one to shrink.
Okay.
Are you using the first level spell?
It's a 3rd level. For clerics, it's a 3rd level spell. I don't know where you get.
Oh, because I was just looking at one that's a legacy from the 2014 rule set. Create or destroy water. Is that the one you're using?
No,
different
I'm
spell.
using. Yeah, I'm using create food and water. It's a level 3. It's a legacy. It's not a 2024.
Create or
Okay.
destroy
yeah.
water lets you create an additional 10 gallons every time you upcast. That's a level 1
Yeah.
spell.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it only produces
Okay.
10 gallons at level 1. So up to level 3, it'd give you 30, which is the same as the one you got, and then higher will give you more. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
the size this
Okay.
fire is already, you guys
Yeah.
are pretty sure you'd need hundreds, if
Okay.
not thousands of gallons.
I'm gonna hit the north one again using a 4th level slot.
Okay.
Try and get it to dissipate.
Yeah, it kind of corrals it a little bit. It doesn't kill the intensity, but it slows it from spreading.
Okay. Do you, do you have anything that can move the earth, Miss Holly?
Anything that can move?
Move earth. Yeah. Can we like try and stomp the fire out? By
I can
earthquake?
banish it or teleport it,
No, I don't think
but
teleporting
that
the
won't
fire
work.
somewhere else is going to be a good idea. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I only got a couple more slots left, and then I'm using the big boys, and that's not a good idea. But we got to get this fire out. I'm sure the town will be grateful that we've taken care of the chimeras, but they're going to be a little pissed if we level the forest in the process.
Okay.
You know
okay,
what? You
hold on,
can't have
hold
it
on.
all. It's not Burger King. It's gonna happen.
right.
That's it. That's it. Like, you can't have it all.
I hate to say it, but if nobody has anything else, I may want to try and run up here and start stomping it out. I don't know.
Okay.
Try that, I guess.
I'm gonna assume you ran around the deadfall trap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're up there like trying to stomp embers against a forest fire.
Hey, I'm trying here. Fuck.
I'm gonna change the rod of lordly might to the great axe,
Okay.
and start like chopping down trees to create like a dead zone kind of thing,
Okay. Where are you gonna start chopping? Go ahead and move your token.
I'm trying to figure, and looking at the fire here, trying to see.
I got an idea.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna yell at Fennin. Yeah, we yell at Fennin. Hey, Fennin!
See,
You're fast. Go see if you can find us some help with this fire. We're not that far from town. You can.
we're a ways away from town. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, well,
Walking,
I mean,
it took you guys about 35 minutes to get here. Running,
We
you
had
can make it back in 10.
Didn't we have our
Walking
horses?
slowly.
No, you
Oh,
guys didn't bring your horses.
We just lost ourselves.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought we used the horses and got off once it got to.
I was
Stick
under
to
the
ride 'em.
impression you guys left them because that's what Fennin, who is the scout,
Yeah.
suggested.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
decided just to walk.
That was probably when I was having my
Yeah.
lag issues. Okay.
Miss Ollie, if you jump on Fluffy, he can fly you there in probably 5 minutes.
Less than
Well,
10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can try to use telekinesis and get a tree or something to maybe fall on top of the fire, but then that might light up shit more on fire.
Just somebody go get the town folk. Tell them to bring water or something to put out a forest fire.
Okay, I'll go since I started this.
Okay. I'm gonna, while I still have my spiritual weapon, bring it with me and command it to help me try and stomp this fire out.
And Miss Holly, you're taking Sir Fluffy Butt?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we close up tonight's episode, Fennin is standing on a ridge watching this fire burn. Fitz is chopping a tree line. Godric, with his spiritual weapon, are attempting to stomp out a raging forest fire, and Miss Holly is mounting Sir Fluffybutt to fly back to town as quickly as possible to hopefully get help. And that is where we will pick it up next week, following the conclusion of the Chimeras. Thanks everybody for coming in. Make sure you tune in Sunday for Waters of the Deep, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, we will see you back here next week.